Hi everyone. This is the first in a series of videos in which I'm going to share some ideas about how to use the tools in Polypad to create visual representations for factors of numbers. So I'm going to represent the factor pairs of 180 here. I might start this in class by having students either in pairs or on their own try to list as many of the factor pairs of 180 that they can come up with. And then we would do this together as a class. I might just project my Polypad to the class. They could do it on their own device as I'm doing it on the screen, whatever you think is best for your students. But I'd want to start by building the number 180 with the number tiles. So I've gone to numbers and I've clicked on number tiles. This is a 10 by 10 grid, so there's 100. And I'll use the 10s to get up to 80. Every time I click on it, I'm going to add another 10 to the screen. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And then I'm going to click and drag to highlight all of those, and I'm going to merge the tiles. And what this does is it creates 180 tiles in one block. And this black tab, you can click and drag to create different arrays of the 180 tiles. All right, so let me move this out of the way. And I would start with the class asking if anyone maybe got a factor pair with 2, and I imagine students would have 2 and 90 as one possibility. So I'd put that on the screen and we'd see that as I'm trying to make them in groups of 2, it comes out to 2 times 90. I have the grid background on the screen here, so we could count by 5 up to 90, and I could label this using the pen tool as 2 times 90. And then maybe ask students if they had that factor pair. Maybe they could check it off on their board or paper. And then I would continue doing this to make all the factor pairs. So I just copied that using the keyboard shortcut on my screen. And I'm going to take this black tab and try to arrange it into groups of 3. And we can see when I do that yes, 180 can be split up into groups of 3. And students probably had this factor pair as well. 3 times 60 is 90. Some students might not have had 4 as a factor pair, so we could discuss whether they had that, and then I could take this number tile and take the tab and move it. I'm trying to make groups of 4, and I might stop here and ask students what this picture is saying. It's saying there's a bunch of groups of 4, but these 12 are not groups of 4 yet, and we might say, and I might ask students, can these 12 be rearranged into a group of 4? They might say yes, and we see as I move this tab one more over, they are in fact arranged into a group of 4. So maybe I'll move this one up here, and we can see that this group of 4 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That 4 groups of 45 is 180. So I'd label this 4 and 45. And that might be a factor pair that some students didn't have initially on their list. So these, the number tiles helped maybe some students find another factor pair. I'd keep going. Can we arrange it? There's the 4 by 15. Can we arrange it in a group of 5? I imagine many students had 5 as an option. So we'll label this one. If they've learned a divisibility test ending in a 0, would help them see 5 as a factor. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 plus 1 is 36. Again, the grid background really helps see that. Keep going. See if we can arrange them into groups of 6. I'm moving. Oh, I might stop here and say, all right, it's not even groups of 6 left, but let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups here. So yeah, just like we saw with the 4, that's going to make even groups of 6. Could count those up and say that we have 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6 by 30. There's another one. Let's keep going and see what we can build. 7. Let's see if 7 can 180 be split up into groups of 7. I'm trying. Now here we might stop and say, how much is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12 left. Can 12 be split up into 7 evenly? It can't. And when we move this tab, see how it goes down to the 8th row. So I think it's important to stop here and have that conversation with students, what these leftovers are showing. So here's 8. Is 8 going to work? Again, you could have the conversation with what's left, and it doesn't. 8 doesn't work either. 8 does not go into 180. Does 9? Sure does. So we'll move this over. Looks like 9 by 5, 10, 15, 9 by 20 is 180. Maybe students had that on their list as well, but we'll go 9 by 20. I think you get the idea of how you could use this in class now, but I'll finish it off because there are some interesting conversation topics towards the end. 10, I think students would know that 10 would work, ending in a 0. So we'll have 10, there's 10. This is 18, right? Let's get the last factor pair up here. 11 is not going to work, but 12 works, right? So this is 12 and 15. But I think it's important to continue here and take this one and continue to try to make it. See if 13 works. It doesn't. Does 14 work? It doesn't. 15. It works, and we have 15 by 12, but take this and rotate it around and show that it fits right on top, right? It's the same arrangement. And then keep going a few times and say, all right, let's see. 16, no. 17, no. 18, oh yeah, 18 works, there it is. And at some point have that conversation with your class about, are you able to stop here or not, right? Do you need to keep checking? Are you able to stop? I think it's important to keep going past 12 by 15 to make sure you've checked all the numbers in between, and then have that conversation that as you keep going, you're just finding the other arrangement of these same rectangular arrays that you've already found. So there we go. And then if you wanted to, you could have students list all the factor pairs. Of course, what we haven't done is 1 by 180, right? And that would be too big to show up on the screen here, but certainly have that conversation with your class, or maybe do a smaller number. And if you wanted to list all the factors out, we certainly could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 30, 36, 45, 90, and 180. All the factors of 180 shown visually on the screen. All right, I think this is a good activity for kids to do on their own. Maybe give them a selection of numbers they could choose from and do a couple of those on their own Polypad. There are some videos out there about how you can make a template and share it with your students, about how they can save their Polypad and share it with you. But this is one way to find factor pairs of numbers using number tiles. The next video, I'm going to talk about how to use these prime factor circles to find factors of numbers. So check that video out if you're interested in seeing that. Thanks for watching.